And Happy New Year, everyone. I wanted to spend some time today to talk about New Year's resolutions from the perspective of an appraiser. So here we go. Here are the 10 New Year's resolutions that I would recommend for our industry. 1. We will not consult national news to inform us about our local market. 2. We will not qualify every deal based on the in-place cap rate. Let's try to talk more about unlevered yield on cost. If you want to learn more about that, give me a shout. 3. We will not call them Airbnb properties. Airbnb is a brand. Let's start calling them short-term rentals, otherwise known as STRs. 4. We will not predict a market crash, thereby influencing a market crash. Let's leave that up to the market itself. 5. We will pronounce it realtors, not realtors. 6. We will use the word condo when talking about a condominium, not a townhouse. A condominium is a form of ownership. A townhouse is a style of building. A condo is not a style. It's a form of ownership. 7, and it's a topic I've written about quite often this year. Let's be more specific when we talk about land value. Land value is incredibly nuanced with respect to site improvements, site infrastructure, approvals, just overall development ability. Let's get more specific when we talk about land value. 8, we will not poke fun at residential realtors for their interesting TikTok dances. Those TikTok dances probably got them a Gen Z lead that they'll be working with for the next 6 months. 9, we will not get upset at appraisers for coming in low. And I'm actually going to read a little bit here because I have quite a few things to say about the topic, and it's actually going to be the topic of a blog to be coming out in the next few weeks. So here's what I have to say about appraisers coming in low. It's incumbent upon real estate agents and their clients to provide substantive support for a disagreement. Disagreeing without support doesn't help either party get to a resolution or, more importantly, learn. This is a good spot to mention that appraisers should make every attempt available to understand the subject property story and influences of value from the perspective of a buyer. That's absolutely the job of an appraiser. Similarly, the sales agent needs to make all attempts to understand what appraisers consider and what property factors may or may not influence value. Otherwise, there is never an opportunity to resolve an issue because each party is speaking a different language. As an appraiser and sales agent, I feel like I have the credibility to say that these misunderstandings typically come from the perspective of a sales agent. And that's just because they're not able to speak the language of an appraiser, although this is not always the case. The agent and or buyer has the burden of proof, and that proof should be gathered and communicated proactively to the appraiser to avoid roadblocks towards closing. But anyways, let's get back to number 9. We will not get upset at appraisers for coming in low. Use 2023 as an opportunity to learn more about what appraisers do. And number 10, we don't have control over the national economy, but we have control over our economy. Let's remember that going into 2023 and use that throughout the year. It could be a rough one, but we have control over our economy. Thanks, guys, and have a great year.